we have Division 7 action coming right at you. Bit of an interesting division. Mainly, I guess, because of Cone. Cone, very strong player who is, well known for being good, but starting in Division 7 hasn't played much Rapid React, so it's going to be interesting.
Cone, definitely a fan favorite.
Yes, absolutely. Let me just get everything in order. And we will be getting started soon. Bet Cone double promotes. See, we already have a bet for undefeated Cone. Possible.
Sweet. Okay.
Integration. Hot take: Cone will win 0 matches. I don't know about that
Ooh,
one.
that is a pretty spicy.
That's a very spicy take right there.
I mean, anything can happen, I guess.
Also, chat. Welcome Max to staff.
Yes, the first
Let's go.
time he's been on the
Hey,
stream while being a staff member. So,
thank you very much. Thank you.
it's good.
Good to be here.
Okay. Looks like all of our players are just about ready here. Just waiting on Cobby real quick because he has been having computer issues. But let's meet the players. Our number 1 seed is Cobby. Definitely an OG player. Not necessarily an OG robot player, however, for those of you who remember OG. We have, who is the 2nd seed, actually?
Uh, second seed, if I can confirm, is Demi.
Demi5414, who is 2nd seed, looking to do well. I think they're a player that just started in the last few days, I think.
That is correct.
And then we got Calvin as 3rd seed. I think he's played a little bit before, but not a ton. Cone, of course, man who needs no introduction to those initiated. Anshul actually, literally destroys his robot on the low out goal thing. We got James 4907 as number 5 coming in, and then Anshul as the 6th seed, just squeaking into Div 7.
Yeah, note, Calvin has been grinding on SRC Shooter. So, and he participated in the first Rapid React event that we had. So we could see him. I think he is one of the favorites to potentially take the division also. Considering more experience along with Cone.
I just realized we forgot to choose who won red or blue from last time. Who was that?
Oh,
Who won the last match?
wait.
Time to look it up.
Division 4, it was Blue.
All right,
Won
I'm
the
trusting
last
you.
match.
Channel points are on the line.
Oh
Sorry,
yeah, get
Max
in
lied
your
to you
channel points
all.
votes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
imagine if I just guessed there. Said, yeah, Blue, sure.
Make Curtis cry in despair in the corner.
Imagine if I just scammed you all out of your channel points.
All right, new
Yeah.
prediction up in chat. Already 2.7k on blue. No faith in Cobby. All faith in Cone.
No faith in Calvin either. What is this?
Yeah, there's lots of good odds here if you go
Yeah,
for red here.
I'll make it a
Cone,
little spicy.
Cone going FRC shooter despite claiming he doesn't know how to climb.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe he's been practicing in the shadows, getting his climbing skills all the way up.
Hobby on the not mini drone, bulldog.
Bulldogs
He
definitely.
likes to play it defensively because it's big. Gets in
Yep,
people's way.
absolutely. All right, I think everybody's good to go. We have 6 players on the field. Match number 1 gonna go here. And off we go. Bit slower than Div 4, I suppose. A couple missed shots, but this is Div 7. We expect the players to be a little bit weaker than the Div 4. Otherwise, it would be a little bit rough. But Calvin, right out of the bat, getting a launch pad foul. And Anshil getting some shots off James, some shots, but Cobby blocking off a little bit of the action that's possible for that Blue Alliance. But Blue Alliance with a fairly commanding lead early on. Good bump on Cone as he's unable to get any shots off into the hub at least. Transitioning to the close shot, but Cobby is not making it easy for him, and he only makes one. Red Alliance now ahead, 66 to 60, 1 minute 30 to go. Demi picking up some blue cargo and shoots all 3 up into the wall. Got to be careful about shooting more than that, however, as there could be a
Hobby's
technical
doing
foul.
exactly what he needs to do here right now.
Oh, look at
He's
this. He's
just
grabbing
controlling those
Anshil,
blue
and it's
robots around.
go. He gets reset. He finds the reset button before he can get any fouls, but oh, wow. Look at that cone. Another good reset, but he's doing really good job here, Cobby, blocking out a lot of the defense. 2-point match. Very even. Big traffic jam on the middle of the field. Almost all the robots there. Looks like Anshil had to reset because he was stuck on the wall.
Well, that's unfortunate, especially this late in the match.
Probably playing like defense on 2 bots at once almost.
Yeah, very impressive from Cobby here, and Red Alliance looking pretty comfortable here. They are definitely in the lead. It's going to come down to climbs. We see James going up now. Oh, but an
Oh,
unfortunate
big
team bump.
bump.
And that is going to cause issues for James. As Cobby goes to the traversal. Very quick climb there from him. And Demi going to go up. Cone shooting till the end. And I think this might be
Anshul getting a
all she
traverse.
wrote. Oh, wow. So, bit of an upset here. You have to say, Cone definitely the favorite, but starting off with a loss looks like 129 to 125.
Yeah, Cobby's defense just making the difference. Note that Cobby is the only one that got the climb as well.
Yeah,
For the Red
really.
Alliance.
Yeah, he put on a really impressive showing there with the Bulldogs. A bit of an unconventional pick, but it's really interesting to see him doing well with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me also get these scores in properly. It was a close one for sure. And that's what we like to see here in Ladder, is that everybody is pretty even. And it's not too much of a blowout one way or the other.
Yeah. So let's see. If you're Cone, if you're the favorite coming into here, what do you think you have to do to readjust from this match?
Um,
How do you,
that's a good question. I don't know if you can do much. I think Cobby was really effective in defense, and everybody else is pretty even in scoring. And when you just have a really strong defender, that might be the difference maker. You might be able to throw some defense of your own in the mix. Might negate some of that, but we'll have to see.
absolutely. This match coming up, it's going to be Kabi and Cone together on one alliance.
Yeah, I would
With
say
Demi.
that is the most common strategy is if you're being defended, just put your defense on your opponent's best scorer.
Yeah, for those of you who are wondering why the scores got a little bit wonky, that's because the started a practice match. So we're just waiting on one red robot here. All right, looks like
Looks like
everybody's
everyone's on the
together.
field, yeah.
And so far, the top two seeds starting off right with a W. We'll see if they can continue here in match number 2. All right, autonomous. One of the most critical points in Rapid React. Going to be really important to pick up as many cargo as you can and get that in before the grace period, the 5 seconds after autonomous ends. And ooh, a
Starting
early
off with a
launch pad
foul
foul.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that launchpad foul pretty much evens it up after Red had a better auto.
yep, absolutely. We're seeing all the different plays. Ooh, Cone accidentally holding too many
Second
cargo.
foul.
We see as this match starts, Kabi gets right back to work on the defense, defending at least 2 of those blue bots at a time.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like Blue Alliance is just opting for a triple offense strategy. Not going to be playing too much defense.
Seems to be working out for them this so far. I mean, they're up by 8, almost up by 10 just a second ago.
Oh, Anshul.
Big cycle coming through.
Anshul getting caught out on the launch pad by Kabi. Kabi doing great work, playing defense, going to weave in a cycle. Drops 2 into the upper goal, looking good. That's what you like to see from defenders, especially at the lower levels. You know, developing their skills, trying to play a little bit of offense when there's no good defensive target. And ooh, Cone, another 3-ball foul. Just not used to that timer yet.
Yep. Got to be a little more careful about those.
Yep. And Red's got some work to do.
Absolutely.
Oh, teamwork, not there. Cone running into Demi,
Wait.
stopping to. Oh, there we
Ooh.
Oh,
go.
pushing him into a foul on the launch
Didn't
pad.
quite
Wasn't
get the
Yeah, it
traversal,
wasn't a
yeah.
traversal because the red robot was not inside the hangar, I
Nope.
guess.
Time for the climbs.
And look at this, it's a tie game at the end here. Kabi making up the difference with the climbs. Blue struggling a little bit more, but Anshul on the
Actually,
traverse, just barely
yep.
hanging on, and
Calvin
they
and
might
Cone
just
keep on
have it.
shooting.
And it looks like it is going to go to the Blue Alliance. Taking this one in match number 2. Kabi
Yeah,
doing well, but not quite able to offset the the raw scoring power here of the Blue Alliance in this second match.
yep. And then endgame just push blue over a little bit. I think they still had it without the endgame, but Kabi just didn't get up to the traverse, and that ended up hurting him in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Also have to keep in mind the tiebreaker as well. Those points could make the difference later on.
yeah, I just realized the scoring is not showing up. Staff will work on that. But yeah, we do only have one undefeated player, and that person is Calvin5468, currently 2-0. Everybody else sitting at 1-1 or 0-2. In the case of Cone, the only 0-2 player.
Well, that's quite a surprise for most of us, I think, coming into this. But yeah, Calvin's been really playing very well. Putting up the whole Blue Alliance put up a ton of offensive points in that last match. Um, and I think the thing that both these all six of these players have got to watch out for is just those foul points. The zone fouls and then just three ball fouls. Like those are penalties that should probably be avoided, but you know, they can be tough. Penalties happen to even the best of us. It's just something that you got to watch out for and you
Yeah,
get better at as you
if
go up the
yeah,
skill levels.
if you're just focused on trying to grab a ball in your opponent's hanger and they bait you and catch you with a foul,
Yeah,
that
and
could cost you.
the zones are definitely very unforgiving. You you know, you just barely brush them, and that's a 100% foul. As opposed to real life, where if you barely brush a robot, chances are you're probably not getting a foul on that one because the ref's not going to be 100% that you touched them or not.
But this is not assessed by a human.
Exactly. All right, there we go. We have all the rankings up. Calvin, no surprise, only undefeated player, up in first. Cone, no surprise, at least based off of the results, down in last 0-2.
But the total points is very, very close, as expected after the second match.
Yeah, absolutely. Just waiting for Cobby to get back into the server. I would not be surprised if he's having a couple computer issues.
Bobby was the one fixing the sheet, so there you go.
Oh.
All right, looking at this upcoming match, what do the chatters say? Pretty much all blue. And I think all the people who are cheering for Cone and put a whole bunch of power cells on are now broke.
Thank you for all of your generous donations. I appreciate it.
Yep, absolutely.
Don't worry, later today I'll probably donate a bunch of my power cells away.
So we now have Cobby in the server, but both of his partners are gone. All right, we're going to see them get in here.
Perhaps just switching positions strategically?
Could be. Wanted to get a bit of a change, perhaps.
Yep.
I still have yet to see someone do one of those autos where you give someone else your ball.
True.
The sim.
True.
That'll be funny when that finally happens.
All right, looks like they're good to go. So we're going to get match number 3 underway.
All right.
Chat is definitely in Cone's favor. We'll see if he can get his first win on the board. Back on the blue lines, big misses from Demi. 3-ball cycle. And looks like Calvin got
Possession
a
foul on
possession foul.
Calvin.
Yeah, but it is pretty close out of autonomous. 8
Yeah.
points. Not the
Oh, now it's
best.
tied. 3 balls missing for blue, it
Oh,
looks like.
three. Oh,
Couple
two.
bounce outs
Yep.
for red.
Yep. And it's tied up. Cone unloading into that upper hole goal. Doing a great job trying to get his first win. He is in the lead, but Cobby has something to say about that as he's going to play defense on Anchill. Now transitioning to a different objective here. Cone, 3-ball cycle coming in. Actually, 4-ball cycle. All 4
Ball.
making it. And
That's
really
going to be a
good
real
there.
difference maker at this point.
Yep,
Um,
absolutely. Ooh, Blue Alliance fighting over the same ball. Ball goes into the human player station and pops back out. Losing some critical time there. But it's
But can Red capitalize?
basically neck and neck at this point. Look at this. Kabi up on an end, about to get a pin foul.
Oh.
And I don't think he realizes. Oh, he resets himself. Okay.
Go, managed to get out of that one.
Yeah.
But not without one penalty to show for it. That
Now,
might end up swinging the match here.
double defense once again. But
Yep.
blue looking kind of comfortable as we come into the last 40 seconds. That last reset looked a bit interesting from Calvin. Ooh, 3-ball possession on Demi. It's going to hurt the
That
Red
is.
Alliance a bit. 25
Oh,
seconds. Climb's coming now. Another reset coming in for Red.
yeah, two of those red robots getting stuck together at probably the worst moment for them.
Oh, did not reset the hood for Demi off that reset. It's a common
Two
mistake.
bots stuck together
Oh,
in the
the
climb
blue
zone.
fell.
Oh, one
I
fall.
don't think it's
But
gonna be enough as
Cone
Cone
stays up
falls
there.
off.
Oh, Cone falls too.
Oh,
Oh, but it's still enough, I think.
goes from about
Wow.
150 for their tiebreaker score to 124.
That was just tragedy in the end game for blue, and that could have ended very badly for them.
Yep, absolutely.
They still managed to walk away with the win, 124 to 119, and it's just all about the cargo in this one. 51 to 42. It's hard to make that up even with a great end game.
Yep, absolutely. And Cone gets his first win. Blue Alliance squeaking out what probably should have been a bit of a more dominant performance, but still did a good job there. And look at the impact that Kabi had on Anshil, by the way. 14 points even. And keep in mind, Kabi was just trying to play defense. Anshil was trying to score. So, dramatic slowing down of Anshil that last match.
Absolutely. Yeah, Kabi's been playing some extremely effective defense. I think I'm looking forward to seeing him hit his traversals more consistently, and then I feel like he's going to be a real MVP of a couple of these alliances coming up.
Yep, absolutely. And then we have another prediction up. Bet your points. Max, how many points do you have?
4.7 thousand.
Okay, never mind. I have. Who has the most? Dar, what do you have?
I have 9.8k.
Okay, I'm at 24k.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever bet on anything.
You
You knew
should
the
bet it on
you
a
would
single match.
because you would know the results before they started in TLS
Oh, right.
most of the
Yeah.
time. So you
Yeah, that's
Jeff
bet
true.
has
on that.
21. All right. Get wrecked, Jeff. I'm still more points than you. Any other Andrew
Any challengers?
19.8? No. They're all falling. None of
Dang.
them are close enough.
35K on
Yeah,
fun.
that doesn't count. We're
Unfortunately,
here on
this is not
second
fun.
robotics.
But you're 5k away from a T-shirt. So
All
Sorry, I
right.
just said this is not fun. Don't clip that out of context. This second robotics, it's a very we run fun events, but we are not first updates now. I have to
True.
clear that up.
True. True. All right. Match number 4, last matchup of the 1 and 2 seed who are currently 1 and 2. So not the most successful pairing up yet. We'll see if they can at least go even. As we take a look here, match number 4 underway. Blue
I'm
Alliance with
chilling a slow start there, huh?
yeah, yep, for sure. Blue Alliance really capitalizing. Ooh, a couple misses could have really buried the dagger, so to say.
It is close out of auto.
Teams
Yep.
seem to
And it is
really be rushing
I-
auto and just not slowing down and
Ooh.
making sure they get all the hits.
Looks like Cone may have DC'd from the
yeah.
server. He's back in now. And it's a 2-point gap. Good bump by Cobby, but Calvin's still able to sink those shots. Remember, he's still undefeated. Still living the dream to potentially go up 2 divs in 1 jump if he can remain undefeated. Of course, that's definitely a tricky one, and 2 shots missed due to a well-timed Cobby bump. Meanwhile, Anshil unloading. 2 misses again for the Red Alliance. They really need to capitalize on their shots, try and make sure that they're... And again, a team bump missing for the Red Alliance. So these misses, you have to say, are really impacting the Red Alliance here, as Blue Alliance is starting to really run away with this.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you tend to see the Blue Alliance in this match a lot more coordinated and just splitting up the field a lot better than Red is.
Yeah,
Which is
which
leading them
is
to be ahead by 20.
surprising too, because they're playing triple offense, and we see Cobby is the one who is disrupting the Blue Alliance pretty significantly. We've seen some good bumps off by him, but Blue Alliance remaining composed, knowing what
hmm
they need to do. Is there's a, I don't know, possession foul maybe it looked like.
Probably. I don't
Oh,
see what else
Cone
it could
being
be.
dragged, and he gets the reset off in time.
Yeah, I mean, Blue here this whole match has done a great job of just keeping Cobby occupied on only one robot at a time. They've really avoided clustering up
Oh
as
no,
we come
Red
into the end
Alliance.
game here.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Anshil climbing in
Oh,
the wrong position. Bulldogs, of course, can't go underneath the low bar, so you gotta work alongside your partners and know what's going on. And Red Alliance just
Blue fall. Oh,
Flopping
hanging
all
on
over
the
the
truss
place.
is James.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that counted.
Um, we'll have to
Looks like there
see.
was a high.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. So James's climb did count, but only
Yeah,
one climb counting for Blue.
it looks to me like one of his hooks is touching the top of the high bar, so it does count for him.
hmm
Yep. So Blue's gonna take that one again, and so goes the undefeated streak. Almost halfway there for Calvin. As we'll get the
Yeah.
next prediction set up here. But yeah, worst tiebreakers. Actually, the number 1 and number 2 seed, Cobby and Demi, paired up together. Only 1 and 3. And a few points back of 4th with Anshil at 2 and 2, and the total points of 532.
hmm
But we're going to see a mix-up. We got to say Cobby and Demi maybe saying, you know, our synergy was just not there, but we can have synergy with other players, and we're going to recover as much as we can here after our 1 and 3 start.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a yeah, it's a big shakeup for Cobby and Demi. They'll need to adjust. Uh, I guess.
Yeah, match
And we'll see.
Match number 5, people believing in the Red Alliance from chat. Most of the prediction points going in favor of the Red
Um,
Alliance as we just wait for the Blue Alliance to get all connected on the field here.
I forgot about the prediction. My points. No.
Apparently,
Looks like a controller swap required as a controller broke from
Interesting.
Anshil. Perhaps after losing that most recent match, give it
Ah,
a good old bang, and one bang too many. No, in reality, it's probably not that, but that would be funny.
yeah, probably just controller drift or something like that.
Yep,
but it appears that
absolutely.
we are good to go.
Fantastic.
Okay, we're just gonna confirm. All right, splitting of the number 1 and number 2 seed. Interesting to see a number 1 seed as a defensive player. But you got to say Cobby's been doing a great job of the defense. Nice autonomous shots making in. Nobody rushing. Everybody hitting their shots this time. Maybe they listened to some of your advice there, Dar. As
Yeah, really
a
good to see everyone taking their time.
D1
40 to
expert.
36.
Yep, absolutely. Very close match out of auto. We're going to see Cobby once again on the defensive grind on Anshul and disrupting both
Ooh,
of. No, one shot did bounce in. And he makes a shot, but his also bounces out. But you like to see Cobby weaving in that defense and offense. It is a 1-point gap right now. James putting up a 1-ball cycle. Gonna see what he can do there. And she'll launching some cargo all over the place of the opponents. And there's not a lot of blue cargo on the ground, you gotta say. They're struggling to find it.
yeah, and
But they do have the
but
lead.
absolutely they do. Can see those all the blue bots finally split up, trying to get themselves away from that defensive Cobby and sort of shut him down per se.
Blue,
But
blue must have gotten a logo, and it is keeping them in the fight.
Yep.
Believe it or not.
ah,
And she'll 1-ball. Oh, 3-ball cycle of opponents just being launched off the field. You can see the balls bouncing literally everywhere.
ooh, that's not great for red, but
Yeah, they
at
do settle
least
down
they're able.
now.
Yep.
Red is ahead right now by about 10 points. Blue needs to come back. So we get into kind of the climbing time here.
Ooh, big block right in
Cone
the
is
middle of the field
Cone
of
is stopping
two
them from going to
bots.
climb. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yep. Cobby up
Cobby,
on the
oh, look at
traversal
that,
for
but he's
red as
barely on. You got to be
Calvin is
careful here with
locking
Calvin.
on.
Don't want to get hit. And with 3 seconds left, oh, he hits him! And they
Oh
lose
no.
because of it!
Up
Oh.
That
that.
is that's oh my god.
I did call it.
You called it. You
He was
absolutely
on.
Commentators
called it. That
curse.
Dang.
Commentators
oh,
curse.
Unfortunate for the Red
oh
Alliance,
man.
but you got to say Blue
I
Alliance is like, whew, thank you very much.
They
I
they they kept their climbs steady and managed to get a traversal and a high.
yeah, that's what you need to do. But that's just a horrible tragedy for those climbs. I thought Calvin was lined up, said he wouldn't hit him, but it's so precarious in those bars sometimes, and you know, falls will happen.
Yep, absolutely.
Um,
Anthony is a 0-5 in predictions. Just whatever Anthony picks, pick the
ooh,
opposite, guys. Perfect
all
strat.
right. The interesting thing to see here for me though was like red looked to be ahead before the end game, but the cargo count was actually 51 to 50 in favor of blue. It was just a matter of red barely won auto, so it put them a little bit ahead in the actual cargo points.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Anthony bet 10 on red. So everybody vote blue.
Oh, okay.
Now, does that mean
Wait,
Anthony
hold
has
on.
the power to swing the match in whatever way he wants it to?
True.
Oh,
All right, looks like we're seeing a starting position swap here for Calvin and who is it? It's going to be James.
Calvin had a hat for a second there. Besides the one he has cosmetically.
All right, looks like everybody's good to go. And off we are.
What happened to that ball on red?
It looked like a red ball just
Oh,
came out of a robot or
Demi still
something
made
and
all those shots. Wow. I
got into
thought they were
another
going to
one.
miss that.
That's unfortunate for red right out of the gate, as blue's gonna have a 10-point lead out of autonomous.
Yeah. They do narrow it a little bit, but good bump from Demi onto James, stopping 2 of those shots for making it, but
Ah,
more misses.
2 misses.
Yeah.
Man,
That's
you
something that's definitely universal at all levels of play, is just making sure you hit your shots, be it through defense or not rushing. It's always a hard time sometimes, especially when you have a defender on you. But there's a possession foul for Calvin, and only making
and 2 of
1 out
those
of the
shots
3.
missed.
Yeah.
Blue is
Oh,
really running away with this one.
launch pad for Cobby. Oh, look at this flip, and disrupting cone. Not too damaging. He was able to recover very quickly. Also, I realize Anthony bet on red, so of course blue is winning. uh,
Oh,
Great power
red.
comes great responsibility, Anthony.
It looked like there were 2 of those red robots. James and Calvin just stuck on the opposite side of the field for a second. Red and blue, I think, need to coordinate a little bit better because they end up in sort of clusters, which is not what you want to see at this point.
Yep, big traffic jam on the close side of the field. James stuck on the wall, and Demi knocks him off, actually. Oh, there's a launch pad foul on Cobby. And now it's extended to about a 30-point lead here for the Blue Alliance. So you got to say pretty much in the bag.
You know, climbs could swing it. In
True, but it
some
would be
universe,
tough.
it
That's
need
around 2 traversals, so you basically have to
need a
climb
miracle
nothing.
climb for red and a
And blue
tragedy
just
climb
has
for
to,
blue.
yeah.
Yeah, Cone playing it super risky next to that zone, but he is
Oh,
able to
good
acknowledge
traversal.
where that is. 153. Looks like blue has all but secured this one.
Yep. Solid climbs, a traversal and a high. That's more than they needed from that match. Coming away with 157 points. That's close to the highest we've had all day. In Division 7 at least.
Yep, exactly. The D7 record currently is 167. And you got to say, number 1 seed Cobby, things are looking grim. We gotta right the ship here for Cobby, and I think in that match at least it starts with autonomous, and the auto was not where they wanted it to be, and they can definitely improve on that.
Yeah. I think last match was really good for both alliances, just slowing down, taking their time, and I think that's got to continue through here. It's just a matter of keeping your cool, keeping your head down, and just don't rush. That's the thing. If you rush your climbs, you fall. If you rush your shots, you miss. It's just about being calm, cool, and collected.
You don't need to do anything fancy in auto. Just get the balls up there, and if some bounce out, try to rebound them.
Yep.
Exactly.
Prediction back up again for match number 7, where we've Cobby, Calvin, and Schill versus Demi, Cone, and James.
And notice that after Calvin's 4-0 start, it's now actually been overtaken for the number 1 ranking by Anshul.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great observation. And
It's
even his tiebreaker is actually the second lowest. So
yeah,
Calvin really needs to get some wins on the board to, boost his tiebreaker because he's going to be up a little bit more. But you got to be really careful because you can fall fast here in ladder rankings.
absolutely. These rankings, since you end up playing with a lot of the same robots back to back, once it switches up, you could gain a lot or fall a lot very quick.
Yeah. All right, gonna get this match underway. Coming to the back half of things. Gonna see how this impacts stuff. Lots of good shots here from blue. Red gonna respond. Blue a bounce out due to how full the hub was. I wonder if that's going to be a strategy, especially at higher levels, to time your shots well enough that you're not going to shoot into a full hub to minimize your bounce outs, but at the same time you want to shoot as quickly as possible so you can get those balls cycled and back on the field so you can shoot quicker. Good autonomouses from both of them. 2 points separating them, basically scoreless for a little while, but now we see the scores coming in. There's a couple shots make it in from either side. 42 to 42, 3 balls cycle, and there is a launchpad foul on Cobby. Now playing defense on Cone. Interesting that Cobby's priority defense has been from on Anshul and then Cone. Now that Anshul's on Cobby's alliance, Cone is the primary target. Only
Yep.
2 points separating these alliances.
Yeah, I mean you're seeing a lot of bumping and banging in this match, especially from Cobby. And it's yeah, I mean there's been a few missed shots, but for the most part, they've been going in. As I say that,
Oh,
we have a couple missed
there's
shots and a launchpad foul.
launchpad foul is going to bring the alliance back into this as blue going for a 3-ball cycle here. Demi and rushed the shots, missed 2. Was careful about
That's
that foul, but
that's the second time
perhaps
I've seen Demi do this. I think they just need to slow down a bit and just make sure they full stop before they shoot.
right. Okay, here we go. Climbs coming in. 15 seconds to go. Cobby already on the high bar, but he falls
Oh, the
off.
fall.
And Blue
That's not a very
Alliance.
sensitive grab.
I would not move
Blue is
again. Oh
tangled,
my goodness.
and they're both
They're both
barely
missed the
hanging
off.
off
They're
the
both
cycle.
mid,
off.
and
They're
they're
both
both off.
off. Oh my goodness. It's a Red
Oh, and
Alliance
a fall
victory.
post match for Red.
Ugh.
That was not a clean end game. That was really not a clean end game. 10-0.
You got to say
And
that the primary thing that I've been noticing between Div 4 and Div 7, at least thus far, is the climb consistency.
yeah, it's been all over the place. I've seen a
Climb
lot of falls
consistency
so far.
and auto consistency has also been
True.
different.
Yeah.
Cone missed a cycle at the end there, which could have mattered if a partner did end up climbing.
Yep. I think there's a lot of learning to be done too. Like, I think this is probably going to happen at high levels too. But just being aware of when you need to stop climbing so you don't knock a partner off. Because if you both fall, it's devastating.
And knowing when your traversal will not work, just stay on the high bar.
Yep, absolutely. And maybe not so much for lower levels, but for higher levels, the third robot coming in can also cause drama in that regard. You know, coming in too early, hitting a traversal, maybe messing them up, maybe knocking them off. Every point counts, sure, but you also can't be losing points for silly mistakes.
Yeah. Um, what I like to see in this match though is only 4 points of penalty. I'd like to see that go to 0. I want to see these clean matches come out, but I mean, there's been launchpad techs. There were no possession penalties though, which is very good to see. It shows that they're getting more comfortable with handling the balls at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because keep in mind, I believe half these players have not played in a tournament style, in a tournament for the sim yet.
Right. It's all brand new, and they're still learning, but they're learning quickly. And as you rightly pointed out there, Max. All right, here we go. Match number 8. Cobby kind of needs to get some wins on the board to get out of that demotion position that he finds himself in right now, and
It
it
was
is going to
a
be even out of auto
good
pretty
auto for
much.
both alliances.
Yeah. Oh, we see a disconnect from one of the blue lines. Demi back in. Only a few
Yep.
seconds lost, but that
But there was
still
also
will impact them.
also a launch pad tech for blue as well.
And there might be another
That's
one
a rough
here.
start.
James playing defense.
Manages to get out of there though.
Yep. Blue
Oh,
makes
gets
the gap a little bit smaller here. Red trying to extend. Good cycling from everyone here. Cobby caught in the middle of 2 blue robots. That's what he wants to see. Now 2 other blue robots getting in the mix, causing chaos. Slowing down multiple robots with one robot is always a beneficial thing.
Yep. I haven't really seen bounce outs this match. A lot of accurate shots coming in despite the bumps. I like to see a lot of those robots using the fender there for shots under defense.
Yeah, absolutely. They're doing quite well. Cone looking for a third ball for his cycle. Gonna unload those 3 into the high goal. And Red looking comfortable-ish here as we come into our final minute of play.
Yep, Red's just got to hold on and then hit their climbs.
A big change I've seen here as well is that James is kind of playing more hybrid than I saw before. He's definitely weaving in a lot of that defense. So Red Alliance is laying on a lot of defensive bumps, making sure that they can disrupt as much as possible. Coming down the last
Yeah,
30 seconds.
I mean that hybrid offense defense style is something that you'd see a lot in real FRC play this season.
Opportunistic defense was the main term used for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've also seen opportunistic offense
Cobby
before.
and James looking a little sketchy here. Could Red Alliance throw this a little bit? They're going to just stay there.
Oh,
Blue
blue
trying to
getting the
capitalize.
traversal on the high.
Wasn't enough, but you got to say good good adaptation here from the Red Alliance. You can see both of the climbs were very scuffed, very crooked, but they were able to hang on.
Yep.
Taking back to the advice of not continuing. Not that it looks like that they could
Yeah.
in this case.
And look
Yeah,
at
so
this. The rankings have really closed up here. Only two games separating first from last. So
with 2 games to go.
yeah,
This could all change in a hurry.
exactly.
Let's see. Is Kabi is with Anchil in both matches. So unfortunately,
Oh,
Kabi definitely can't
Can't
get
win.
first.
Yep. But he's still fighting for his place to not be demoted. He does have the worst tiebreaker by pretty large margin. So he will be looking to get those W's.
Calvin will look to win both matches to try to raise the tiebreaker and get both wins over the first place Anchil.
Yep. Cone can still win as well. James can also win. So I believe it's just Demi and Cobby who cannot uh, promote this week.
yep. And they're both against each other, so they're going to be fighting to avoid ending up in that number 6 position.
Yep, for sure. So still all to play for our competitors. Nobody locked into a position yet. But after the second last match, getting underway. We might have some people or some decisions made. Let's see what happens. Oh
Oh,
no.
blue disconnect.
Demi
Oh,
in auto. That's the worst time to disconnect. Looks like they are able to recover pretty decently, though.
they're
The Blue
down
Alliance is just
by a
down too
lot.
much and some collisions there. They're going to have some work to get back into this game, but there's options here. It's definitely not over.
Red didn't seem to really take advantage of the momentum that they were given, though.
Yeah, look at this. Blue has already kind of narrowed the gap pretty significantly once these cycles come in. But Demi, another 3-ball cycle that was maybe a tad too quick, missing some of those shots. One interesting thing about Rapid React is because of the cycle offset, you can sometimes be really close or really far away in terms of points. Good bumps there on Cone. He only makes one shot.
Yeah, definitely a lot harder to tell who's in front at any one given moment compared to something like Infinite Recharge with a lot more structured cycles.
Oh, I realized I forgot predictions for this match. Apologies, we'll get predictions for the last match.
A match without Anthony's influence?
Yeah, exactly.
Finally, an unbiased match.
Yeah, it's
I'm kidding.
tied. We're seeing a lot of shots kind of go everywhere. Lots of missed shots. Cone getting pushed into the corner. Ooh, that's a foul
Oh,
on Demi and a foul on James as well. So
oh,
8 points and fouls in the space of 5 or so seconds. And team bump into
all,
Calvin. Oh,
all
man.
this momentum that Blue has gotten back this match has all just been,
Yeah,
all
it's
just left.
disrupted significantly. Now, they're still not out of it. It's only 8 points. That is definitely within a climb as Anshul and Kabi look to secure this. We'll see what Cone can do to put up the last few cycles here in the last 16
Oh,
seconds. It is
not a
going to be
secure climb
close.
for Anshul.
Oh, Cone got a foul. It is just
Cone
back
did
and
get a
forth.
foul. Kabi trying to go up.
Falls on the
Anshul
blue.
still not getting up to the bar. Kabi falling off
4
the bar as
seconds.
well. I
It's
don't think
gonna
Red's
be
gonna have a single
blue.
climb.
Oh man, climb
Wow.
Disaster.
disaster for the Red Alliance, but blue able to recover after multiple instances where they were having issues.
Yeah, the momentum swing was just really back and forth in the match. But man, it's just that end game score.
Yeah. So that means it is between Anshul and Calvin for the promotion spot here.
Yep. Anshul's slightly ahead in the points tiebreaker, but needs a win in the last match if they want to promote over Calvin.
And it's also between Cone and Kabi for the demotion. Though it's very likely a Kabi demotion unless he can win by more than like 50 points. That one might be a
Yep.
tough ask.
I was gonna comment on how it could be possible to win by 50 points, but I don't feel like commentators cursing that today. That I feel like people would generally be irritated at me about that. Do we have a prediction up?
We
We
do now.
do. Fantastic.
Last match of the night.
Last match got Kabi, James, and Anshul on the red, Demi, Calvin, Cone on the blue.
Yep. The fight for promotion, basically, between Calvin and Anshul. Both have been stellar this week so far. But one more match to kind of decide who makes it into Division 6. You got to say, surprising result, I suppose. Cone down near the bottom. Some people would consider him favorited to make it, but not so this time around. So he
Yeah.
will definitely be in, well, definitely not be in Div 6, that's for sure, but technically could be in Div 7, Div 8, I mean.
Anthony backing the Blue Alliance for this.
So that means Red's going to win.
Ooh. Interesting.
If history continues.
All right, looks like everybody's good to go for the final match of the night.
All right. Let's get it going.
And off we go. Autonomous is going to be critical, and Blue is off to a fantastic start, you got to say. Very
Oh
clean
yeah.
shots. Not really seeking those bounce backs, though, is Calvin. He's just going for that one across the invisible line. However, they do have a 10-point lead coming out of auto. And Red's
Yeah,
got
just
to
managing to control the balls better in auto.
get that work back up. 3-ball cycle coming in from James. They have narrowed the gap very slightly. Cohn's going to
Oh,
drop a
three
3 of
balls.
his own. Very consistent shooting so far in the final match. Everybody basically making their shots.
Cohn really, up until now, being left alone in the near right corner, which has let Blue really take a significant lead.
Yep, Blue now extending their lead by a little bit here. Cohn another 3-ball cycle, making it in. An interesting, Cobby has elected to play defense against Calvin this time around.
And it appears to be working so far. Calvin only with 8
Oh,
points on the scoreboard.
there's a foul for
Um,
possession on Cohn, but still looking good for the Blue Alliance. Under a minute
Cohn
to
loading up with
play.
another 3.
12 points separating. As the balls get sorted, and Calvin adds another to the Blue Alliance total, but Demi missing a couple. Accidental
Blue's got
Blue
to feel
score.
relatively comfortable, but this could come down to the climbs. It's
Yeah,
still
we've seen that happen
within
multiple
that
times.
range.
Oh, free traversal very close here. Cohn needs to reset. Not quite
And
enough
does.
time for the free traversal to come through. That could have been a big difference maker. Looks
Yeah,
like Cobby
especially
is
at this
not going
level
to
of
climb this
play.
time. Blue just
Or
needs to
possibly
secure their
electing to shoot and
climbs.
climb late.
Maybe going for a low. Blue just looks like
Traversal is
locked
good
in.
for Calvin.
And I think that's going to
And the
do
high
it.
for Demi.
Oh, Cohn almost
Oh,
getting,
almost. Yep,
giving
almost
away free
dragged in.
climb, but that is going to be it. 144 to 162. Blue taking this one. Anthony correct in his prediction.
Very good all-around game for Blue. Just very impressive. 99 teleop score. Solid 25 end game. Um, one of the best performances for both alliances that we've seen in all of Division 7, and a great way to end it.
Yep, and of course with that win, that means Calvin 5468 has secured the promotion up into Division 6, while Cobby will be moving down to Division 8 for next week. The rest of them all sitting at a nice 5-5.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see those 4 middle ones back in Division 7. I think presumably next week, and see what they can do to get some practice and differentiate themselves from each other and from the new folks coming in.
Yep, absolutely. And let's look at our schedule here. So tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern, we got Division 1 playing. And
It doesn't look like you have your schedule up on this stream from what
yeah,
I can
it's
see.
it's it's not up on the stream. Just
Ah,
yeah.
okay. Sorry, my bad.
It's all good.
My
It's all
bad.
good. So Division 1 tomorrow 9 p.m. And we got a bunch of weekend games. Looks like Div 5, Div 9, and Div 10 all going to be playing on Saturday and Sunday. And the rest are to be determined. But we could see more action, more than just Div 1 tomorrow, which I think there's definitely going to be a lot of anticipation.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts on Div 1 there, Max? I guess you haven't really seen much of the gameplay, but
yeah, no, it's
what's the unbiased opinion?
yeah,
I'm just excited for Div 1. I'm excited to see sort of what we expect the peak of um second robotics rapid react to be in the next few weeks. It's going to be really exciting, and I'm curious to see how it shakes out tomorrow. So definitely, anyone on the stream, do drop by tomorrow, give it a watch, and yeah,
absolutely.
that's what I've got to say.
Yep, it's going to be interesting. Dara and I were talking about it earlier. I think nobody really knows how it's going to go, much like all of these divisions. But as these storylines start to kind of form, it's going to be interesting to see who separates themselves, who starts to make the climb up the ladder, up the rungs. And yeah, so far 2 players successfully doing that. That's Calvin and who was the other person? I'm completely whiffing.
Alvin and Metal
Jay.
Jello from Division 4.
Was it Metal Jello or
Looks
was it
like.
Josh?
It was Josh.
Oh, it's Josh. It's
Yeah.
not sorted on the sheet. That's my bad.
Ah, okay.
Uh, it was Josh. Sorry, Josh.
Yep. And so we have a mini drone and an FRC shooter. So interesting,
Interesting.
interesting. Yeah, I'm excited to see what they can do in their next division next week. And thanks guys for tuning in. That's gonna do it for us tonight. See you tomorrow for some more ladder action.